Hello. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. Very excited about what's coming at the same time. Let's just be real. For the people that have done the work, and you know what the work is. The work is healing. It's healing yourself in this form and during this time. It's looking at your thoughts, your belief systems, your patterns, your programming, your life. And it's choosing to heal it and change it, to evolve, to be bigger, to be greater. Those people are the ones that are going to make it. They're going to be in a different timeline than the others. The others that didn't do the work, that are still living in Illusionville, who are pretending that everything's great, who are lying or doing bad things. A lot of people are going to go cuckoo. They're literally going to self-implode, like they're going to go cray-cray. Hopefully not harm too many people in the process. It's the balancing of the energy, the balancing of the karma. See, the victim has held the karma for eons. Because think about it. If a child is raped and that innocence is ripped from it at a young age, number one, when that happens to you, you fragment, you split, because you get ripped out of your body, because as a child, your mind cannot conceptualize, it cannot wrap its head around what's happening to you. What you're feeling physically, emotionally, and mentally, and then you're still connected to God in some way, and so you don't understand, why is this happening to me? This creates massive problems, because typically what happens is that gets buried into their psyche in what I call Pandora's box. Pandora's box is all those things that have happened to each and every one of us at any level and any dimension, where it's so horrific and we don't want to look at it. Not only do we don't want to look at it, because looking at it means accepting it for what it is. That's the truth part. That's the part that kind of sucks, to be honest with you. Because then you have to relive it. You have to go through it again. You have to experience it. And then you get all kinds of emotions flooding. A lot of anger, resentment, confusion. Why? Then if you're strong enough to get through that, then you balance the karma. Then you say, okay, you chose to do this to me, so I am choosing to give back the energy that you dumped into me. That was your choice to attack me. That was your choice to do those things to me. That was your choice to make me feel this way. You give that energy back, you take your energy back, and you then sever the connection, you dissolve it. You dissolve the attachment, you dissolve the connection. That's after you see the truth. Once you see the truth of things, you get a little pissed off, to be honest with you. Because then you really start seeing what people are really up to. Then you're not in Illusionville anymore. Then you're in, oh shit, there's some really nasty people out here. I remember years ago, around 2015, I think it was, 2015, 2016, when I went through this process before. And I hit that state of enlightenment. And everything was amazing. It was blissful, joyous, amazing. I could literally feel everything, hear everything. I could literally tell somebody who was suffering, no, you're not suffering anymore. And they're done. I would heal people instantly, just by thinking it, touching them. But the thing that got me was hearing people's thoughts. I was like, holy shit, these people hate me. They're envious of me. Why are they so nasty? Evil. And then I started to diminish my light. I started to go backwards because I was like, oh my God, I'm the only one. And everyone else here, most of them don't like me. And I didn't like that. So I started to shut down. Started to go back into unconsciousness and started to lose my abilities that I worked so hard for. But that was just my first round. That was just one moment in the cycle. See, cycles repeat and then they get bigger and then they get bigger until you go, click, and you get off. So this time around, as I'm going through actually the same process, which is amazing to me, which is on purpose, because in order to fully understand and teach, you have to go through it. And you have to keep going through it until you fully understand it. And it's not a understanding, accepting, it's I am. It is me. I get it. It's part of who I am. So, the last time I went through this cycle was with a masculine who was not my divine partner, whose intentions were to steal from me, to use me, and his real intention was to rule the world as a slave race, enslaving everyone and everything for his own personal gain. And he had a counterpart, a feminine, who was along for the ride, who copied me, stole, used my material, all kinds of good stuff. I didn't realize the depth of the betrayal, the depth of what had happened until just recently as I'm going through this process again. It's devastating. Betrayal to me is the most devastating energy. Why? Because this is the person that you vowed to love, to cherish, to honor, to be with, no matter what, through thick and thin, till death do you part. That's the vow. Little did I know that this person mission was to kill me, was to destroy me by any means necessary, to minimize me, to steal from me, to take from me for his own personal gain. He wasn't to build me up or help me heal or even be a part of that union process. It was the complete and total opposite. He was the lowest vibration of negativity there was. And it hurt. It hurt really bad. And it also hurt to know that he replaced me. And the reason why is because I wasn't on board with his belief, his utopia, his vision. Because it wasn't the truth. It was a lie. You're not God. Not in that way. You're not God over people. That's weak. That's weakness. It's not real. It's not true. And I chose God over him. And that angered him. Because he wanted to be God over me. And be my God. I wanted to be divine and be God. Be my true God self. And let you be your true God self. And us join and unite in the middle. a beautiful, sweet spot where we both understand we are still individuals, but together we can be one as well. We honor both aspects of formless and form. But that individual who's no longer in my life at any dimension, and hopefully here shortly in the material plane, I'll be done with him for good. And that will sever that, getting out of that old cycle into the new. Now, this is the part of the process where you're going to be at if you're hanging with me. So we just went through as a collective. I don't think of just this planet as the collective, but I do view the whole universe as the collective for me. But it's all one, it's all the same anyway. We just went through a massive shift through balancing the scales, through going through that pivotal point of seeing the truth of everyone and everything, including within ourselves, accepting that truth, balancing the energy. This is yours, this is mine. You're negative, I'm positive. You want to be negative, you want to go do those things, you go do it in your own reality with your own negative people. You're not coming into my reality. You don't have a right to be in my reality. You're not me. I do not give you permission. And I'm kicking you the fuck out. And I'm putting up boundaries and you're not allowed to cross them. And if you do, there will be hell to pay. Because I am a sovereign being. This is my temple. This is my temple. God created me. I am connected to Source. I am connected to God. If you don't want to be, that's fine. That's your choice. But you will not siphon off of me. Stand in my ground. Absolutely not anymore. I will not be bullied anymore. I will not be berated. I will not be stolen from, lied to, manipulated. You want to try those tricks? I've seen it all. Doesn't work on me. That's the truth phase, which also has a little bit of anger to it. Because then you start to realize, fucking shit. Look at what these people did to me. Not for me. No. You chose to do that to me. You lied and manipulated your energy. Created an illusion. And you used love as a weapon against me so that I would be hooked. That's what a narc does. On either side, masculine or feminine, they're both there. They pretend with a mask that they're good. They're not. They're only doing that to draw you in so that they can vamp off of you, so that they can steal from you. It's a sick game. It's a polarity game. And it's a game that I'm no longer a part of. Learned what I need to learn. Got it. Not interested. You want to play you want to play in the polarity game. You want to play drama trauma. Poor me. You want to play in that I hate you and blah, blah, blah. Nah, I'm good. That's the step one. Here we go to the next phase, step two. And this was the hard one. This is looking at the energy and saying, okay, that happened. All right, I've healed it, cleared it out. And here's the clearing part. Because this happened to me as a kid. I was raped when I was 4 by an adult male that was at a party where my parents were at. My mother knew. This is why I have nothing to do with my mother. And I never will. She was okay with this happening to me. And did nothing to help me. The trauma from that alone caused my whole life to be fucked up because it was never resolved, because I never understood why I kept being victimized over and over and over again. That's why. But when I went back into it, this was in my Rebecca's life. This is when I healed myself about 7, 8 years ago. I had to relive that trauma. Everything. I felt everything. I saw his face. I got super angry. I gave him all his shit back, took my energy back, and then I said, I forgive you. And what I did was I took all the attachments and all the connections to him. I severed them and I gave him everything back. And I said, with love and light, I forgive you. I will no longer hold these burdens. They are not mine. They are yours to deal with. I had to forgive because otherwise I was holding the baggage, which sucks. This is the part that really upsets me because it sucks. I'm victimized as a child by an adult who causes me decades of trauma and drama in my life, and yet I have to be the one to heal it as well. It's like double victimization. But it set me free. I am no longer bound to him or to that experience. That same process that I did years ago, I am repeating, but not with Rebecca. Rebecca's done. Her lineage, her life has been healed. I'm doing this with my bigger self, who experienced similar experiences, which is why I went through it, so that I could understand it, so that I could heal it with her. Except this pain is much worse and it's much deeper, but it's still the same process. So I had to go through all of the masculines last night that I've been dealing with this energy, this narcissistic, evil, toxic energy. I had to give them their stuff back. I had to look at everything that I went through with them. I had to apologize for the things that I did to them, and here's the process. This is the next step, the forgiveness. You got to go through it, give the energy back, take all of the connections that you have with those people, sever them, give them back. Individually with the big players in your life. Say, I forgive you. What's done is done. It is over. Here's your energy back. Here's my energy back. You are forgiven. I hold no grudges. I hold no energy whatsoever towards you. You are now free from that experience as well to live your existence your way. And I am free as well. I did that for every single masculine in my life, every single feminine. And then I went through and did that as a group. Any masculine that I had hurt in any way, shape, or form that I wasn't even aware of, I apologized. I'm sorry for hurting you. If I did it unconsciously or consciously, whatever, I am sorry for hurting you in any way, shape, or form. It wasn't my intention. And I ask for your forgiveness, but understand if it will never come back to me. But I choose to forgive myself and release this. And I release you. And so now I'm starting to let go, completely let go of all of the energy connections that she has. Once you do that, it clears out your energy field. But forgiveness is the key, and it's so difficult. I understand. It's so difficult to look someone in the eyes who has hurt you so badly with malicious intent. For their own personal gain and forgive them. But here's the thing. That makes you stronger. You actually hold the power, and not in a negative way that you're going to overpower somebody. No, it's re-empowering you, not disempowering them, not disempowering anyone. It's just putting the responsibility back where it belongs. And putting the responsibility back where it belongs, whether that is on your plate or their plate, allows each individual to heal. And forgiveness is what sets you truly free. And if you struggle with that, which I did with certain aspects, certain people, because it was so difficult. And even God, I was even angry with God for just sitting there watching this whole thing unfold, watching these atrocities, and believing that this is just a video game, because God has a third person perspective. God doesn't understand what that feels like, or the damage that it does. And that's was my argument with God, was why, and I've said this before, why are we creating life if we're just going to destroy it? Let's not create it at all. Let's stay in formless. If we're just going to get down here into the form and then we're going to kill each other, we're going to go to war, we're going to rape, kill, murder, steal, we're going to do all these awful, horrible things. Why? Because the interesting thing is those things being done to those that do them, a narcissist, a bully, a tyrant, they're only that way because others allow them to be that way. But if you flip the script and you do that to them, they're shocked. Shocked. I remember my ex-husband, he said, "You can't do that." I was like, wait a minute. You can do that to me, but I can't do it to you? Why is that? And he just walked away. What? They'll never heal. We'll never get out of this if you don't do this last step, this forgiveness step. And you need to do it with everyone in your life, this life. It starts here with this particular process, because you can't get into your bigger self, your subconscious mind, until you deal with your conscious, until you deal with your material. Because that's even more. So do this here first. All right? Then, once you get that done and you start to go into your subconscious and the bigger mind and you start to heal that, and you do the same process, then you will go, the next step after that is enlightenment. Because then you've cleared out your entire energy from top to bottom. Because last time I went through this, God just ripped the shit out of me. I was like, ugh. It literally knocked me out. It was so painful. He was just like, I was like, and then it was like, bing, whoa, look at all this, it's crazy. But I didn't, that was what I call what do I call it, fast way, fast track. It's like doing drugs. Drugs it's like looking through the window. You can see what's going on, but you can't participate. You don't have that first person, I'm actually doing this perspective. You're just viewing it. You can't fast track this. You can get a glimpse, but in order for it to stick, you have to do it the slow way. And that's what this last 7-8 years has been for me. It's been learning the slow way, doing it again. Ugh. But on a bigger level. I went from little loop to big loop. But the reward is greater as well. Because once the energy is cleared out and you become an absolutely clear straw, clear, I mean all the way down into every dimension, and the divine works through you as you, miracle after miracle after miracle is what they're going to say. No, just is. Just is who I am. You may view it as a miracle because you haven't reached that level yet. But you will if you do the work. So, when you're ready, if you're ready, sorry, my hair's annoying me. The next step is forgiveness and letting go of those connections to people, letting go of those attachments to things, setting them free, setting yourself free, and allowing them to exist in their own bubbles, their own realities. They're no longer a part of your reality, and you're no longer a part of theirs. And you're not holding on to any more baggage. And you're really getting into loving yourself, accepting yourself, truly, truly, truly aligning with yourself, which is Source. It's God. It's beautiful. Whew, they're hitting me. They don't want you to remember your power. They don't want you to remember how powerful you are. You're uncontrollable. In a system that was built on control of your mind, your emotions, your physical, your spiritual, they don't want you. But who cares what they want? I don't. It's not about them. It's about me. If I have to choose between you and me, I choose me. Every time, over and over and over again. Why? Because I love me. I'm not going to conform to your ways. You're not going to tell me what to do, how to do it, when to do it. Who are you? You're not my God. You're not my mom. You're not my dad. And even they don't have any control over me. I have control over me. I choose what's best for me. And this system, as you go deeper into that, is going to create illusion, delusion, distractions. They're going to do anything and everything to throw at you, to keep you from getting there. They don't want you to remember the truth about yourself. I do. I will do whatever it takes, whatever, to awaken as many people as possible to the truth. I don't care if I lose my life. What I care about is changing this so that we honor each other, we honor life, we honor our environment, the earth. We honor everything and we love it. It starts here. That's what I want. Love. They want hate, go ahead. You live in your realm, I'll live in mine. But let me say this one last thing. When you do connect back into Source and you pull in that divine pure love, that pure love dissolves all boundaries, all walls. It will have people on their knees, begging for mercy, begging for forgiveness. That's the state that some of you are heading towards. Not all. But that state is what changes everything. I have so much love for everyone and everything, which is why I do what I do. I didn't do this to make money, to monetize it. I don't take money from people. I don't get money from this. I didn't even want to do this, but God said you must, because humans require proof. And I even said that myself, so I understand. You require proof. So I'm going to put this out there and keep putting this stuff out there, and then eventually people will come back and they will start to watch these videos. They will see what I'm talking about, those that are awake, that are interested. I'll publish my writings, and as a group, we'll change everything. I love you.